We turn now to the effort to feed the refugees. World Central Kitchen, a nonprofit organization that travels the world to feed people in need, and they are on the scene at the Ukraine-Poland border. Its founder, Chef Jose Andres, is there pleading for an end to the invasion and an end to authoritarian rule, and he joins us now. Chef Andres, tell us about the effort to feed the refugees. How are you doing? Do you have enough food?
Yes, listen, food so far obviously is not a problem. We began feeding on the side of Poland, on the different entries from Ukraine into Poland. And I can tell you one thing, the people of Poland are unbelievable, because very much in every entry is thousands of Polish people and Ukrainians just providing relief to every single man, woman, children living in Ukraine. Right now, I'm speaking to you on the Ukrainian side. I'm right now in one of the entries of Cordova. We are trying to go to the town of, as the Ukrainians call it, Lov. And we are going to be trying to be bringing some food there to a couple of bakeries that they are running out of flour. And I have used a little couple of trucks with flour to make sure that they can keep producing bread and feeding people. We're going to try to be not only obviously helping on the Polish side, we are also in other countries, but slowly we are also trying to see how we can be supporting the many NGOs and many organizations that out of nothing, they are able to do what anybody should be doing in these moments, put themselves at the service, providing relief to others. I am in awe of what I'm seeing in the Polish and Ukrainian border.
Jose, you're often going to natural disasters. You released a video earlier talking very movingly about the war in Ukraine and what touched you in particular about this struggle and this disaster that you're going to. Tell us what it is that has moved you about what you're seeing in Ukraine. Well,
using 2 days ago, the first time I came here, and I'm in the border town of Medica. And as I was getting close to the entrance to try to understand what was going on and try to see how we can cross over and trying to see how we could be helping, I began seeing many nationalities from different countries. I saw a lot of nationalities coming from different countries. South Africa, I know, was some issues about how those people were being treated. I got reports that those people told me that they were being treated with respect. Maybe somewhere else something happens. But in the moment I'm doing that research in how the Polish border police was taking care of those individuals, I saw a whole bunch of men, 10, 12, one of them American. I was too slow, not asking him for his name, that as everybody was leaving Ukraine, those men were going back to Ukraine. To do what? To defend their nation. I'm here right now, and I keep seeing people that leave, but you see very often sometimes men that drive their family to the border. They give each other a big hug, and then they drive back. They drive back to join the defense forces. This breaks the heart of anybody, and this is what is going here. Families that are separating when they don't know if they're going to see their loved ones any longer. Why? Because it's a war. The war is real. The war is at the door of Europe.
Chef Jose Andres, thank you very much for everything that you're doing for the refugees, and thank you for being on this morning.
We greatly appreciate it. Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.